Hello everyone and welcome. As you may already know, Elden Ring patch 1.07 just came out a few weeks ago, and after doing a New Game Plus playthrough with my casting only character to test some of the changes, I've come to the conclusion that there are two absolute winners of the patch. Two sorceries that after the buff you should be using on all of your intelligence characters, and those are Shard Spiral and Shattering Crystal. Shard Spiral is an absolute powerhouse now against large enemies like the Fire Giant or Elden Beast. In my New Game Plus playthrough, I was seeing damage numbers of 4,000 plus after a single cast, and that's with a build that's not optimized for sorceries. Plus, even against smaller enemies, the mana cost is so low that there's no downside to just tossing a couple out and letting it do its work. Plus, although I wasn't using it on my character, because it does multiple hits, it also synergizes with any of the winged sword insignia talismans, boosting subsequent damage even further. I definitely highly recommend you pick this one up. Shattering Crystal I used to use to roll catch enemies in PvP, but now after the buffs, it's not only better for that, but it's an absolute staple in PvE. Its low FP cost and fast casting speed mean you can throw several of these out in the middle of a fight and not worry about it. And when they do land, the damage is tremendous. And while the damage isn't super consistent because the spread of the spell is a little random, even suboptimal damage reaches between 700 to 1000. So absolutely worth using if you haven't already. And before I sign out, I have a couple honorable mentions I would like to talk about. For anyone that can foot the stat requirement, Triple Rings of Light does some pretty good damage with massive hitboxes and a pretty quick casting speed now. Similarly, Ranker Call and Ancient Death Ranker were S-tier PvP sorceries before, and now they're just incredible. Adula's Moonblade is now the premier Frostbite sorcery, because it's more spammable with the reduced FP consumption and the increased Frostbite status buildup against turtling enemies. And finally, Giant Flame Take Thee, already useful for its massive AoE and damage in both PvE and PvP, now has decreased FP consumption, meaning it's even more spammable. But now I want to hear what you think. Were there any sorceries or incantations changed in this patch that you think are noteworthy? Let me know in the comments below. Reading and responding to comments is honestly my favorite part of making these videos. And if you like the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing. They tell me that you like my content, and they tell YouTube that they should show my content to more people. But regardless, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.